All right, well, I think it's time. I think we've edged long enough to have earned a little bit of John Hill action. What do you say, chatters? Think we've been good? We've watched a lot of... Now the question is...
So my YouTube channel...
Do I need to pop a... Should I pop a Red Bull for this? It's crazy John Hill disabled dislikes, but left the comments up. Like, why would you... What... Who gives a shit about dislikes, dude? Your spirit is going to be broken by comments. Yes, John Hill Esquire in this lovely, lovely quarter zip. Where is he in this? Is this in Texas or is this like Studio City or something? Are people shitting on him in the comments? Oh, we'll get there. How have you not watched this yet? Dude, because there was that one stream where I was like getting lathered up. We're all lathering each other up, waiting for this climactic, epic John Hill hate watch orgy. And then I was like, I'm gonna save it for next stream. And then he took it down. Did you get that thing oiled down? Since when can you disable dislikes? You've always been able to do that, I think. Link was in the Discord the whole time. Shit. Well, it doesn't matter because we're here now. All right, I'm gonna get... Yeah, finally I can put this long, hard wood upon your back. I'm sorry, I keep remembering I'm on an accent cleanse. But I think it's different if I'm quoting a video. I think then I'm allowed to do it. It's like when you're singing lyrics from a song. Doesn't count. Did you get that thing oiled down, John? Oiled down? Are you talking about the oil change? That shit'll never cease to make me laugh. All right. Give me one. I'm gonna get the Red Bull out of my fridge. Okay, because I need some poison from a can to watch John Hill. Give me 1 second. Here, watch this. Is Kanye West good at skateboarding? All right. I'm not gonna let Tyson distract us from our mission. Are we ready? This is the big moment we've all been waiting for. 17 minutes and 18 seconds of unfiltered, depressed John Hill ranting. This is like the fucking playoffs. This is like the NBA finals of John Hill hate watching. This is the Super Bowl, the grand finale. I hope it's not the grand finale. But needless to say, this moment has been building for quite some time. And here's the thing, is that John Hill doesn't want us to watch this video. That's why it's unlisted. And for that reason, we will watch it because John Hill wants to keep it a secret. My balls hurt so much. Yes, classic situation right now.
So my YouTube channel is officially dead. Well, it's kind of been dead for a very long time, but well, not really. If I just try...
Already, he's off to a rip-roaring start. Let's run that back again just to hear that coping in real time. Amazing. You wonder how his YouTube channel has gotten to the place that it has. Because he seems like a very well-adjusted human being. Seems like he's got a good attitude about things.
So my YouTube channel is officially dead. Well, it's kind of been dead for a very long time, but well, not really.
Well, I mean, my channel's finally dead. Well, actually, it's been dead for a while. Actually, no, it hasn't.
If I just try, it works again.
It's dead because I don't care. It's dead because I won't try, guys. It's dead because, you know, I'm not interested in putting in any effort.
Kind of that whole thing, but why not try? I think the last video, I looked at the statistics the other day. I think the last video that did really well was one about shark wheels. And I was like, done that video like 4 times. Interesting.
Ooh, look at his look off to the side.
Really well was one about shark wheels. And I was like, done that video like 4 times.
Interesting.
Interesting. So right now my channel is kind of...
Is that what he thinks trying is? If I just try, if I just make the same video about shark wheels for a 5th time, that's what trying is.
Stage where repeated content of old ideas that worked will probably still work, which is kind of a cool idea.
Dude, what? Repeated content of old videos that have already worked. That's a cool idea. No, it isn't. VampGob, thank you. Fuck to you, buddy, as well. Fuck your mother. Joe, why are you not trying? Dude, I'm in the same position as John Hill right now. I can't stand to make another video about shark wheels, man. No, dude, I'm trying. Last 2 days, guys, I'm telling you, I've tried so hard to land this trick for this video. And I gotta give my body a break and then try again. I'm trying extremely hard. You guys have no idea how hard I'm trying. I sprained my toe.
Like 4 times. Interesting. So right now my channel is kind of at the stage where repeated content of old ideas that worked will probably still work, which is kind of a cool
That's
idea.
cool.
But obviously, I think when you're a creative person, or you try to be a creative person, you try to come up with new ideas and new inspiring, cool ideas. And yeah, I've been over it for a while. I think a lot of people know that. So this is just a brain dump video. I kind of wanted to talk about the process in which my brain works and why I haven't really found like a new thing to do that works. I mean, mainly one, I found a thing that I've been completely addicted to and I loved it so much. And then you try your best to make that thing your living, and then you do it. And then it's really hard to move on because it becomes a huge part of your identity, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of the main reason that I think a lot of people can understand, especially people who are athletes. I mean, a lot of athletes, when they're done, they...
Dude, this is very crazy ranting. There's no break between thoughts. He just keeps going.
And it's really hard to move on because it becomes a huge part of your identity, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of the main reason that I think a lot of people can understand.
A lot of people can. So far, I mean, John Hill has called himself a creative and an athlete. A minute into this video.
Especially people who are athletes.
Yes, our vain king. Our narcissistic vain king. Our self-absorbed king of narcissism, John Hill.
Blah, blah, blah.
He looks very regal with this jacket on, too.
Kind of the main reason that I think a lot of people can understand. Especially people who are athletes. I mean, a lot of athletes, when they're done, they lose all their money and they're done with. Some sort of prevail. But I wouldn't say, you know, I'm not one of the most like famous pro skaters, I guess.
He's insane. He's so crazy. The way he like looks around, he's like, I guess I'm not one of the biggest dude. 40 seconds ago, you were talking about how the only thing that works on your YouTube channel is making YouTube content slop of shark wheels.
But I wouldn't say, you know, I'm not one of the most like famous pro skaters, I guess. So like I feel like a Nigel would be fine because he could sort of like seep into other things naturally. He'd have sponsors to kind of help him out. He's on Nike, things like that.
Yes. What's a good practice for me right now, rationalizing my situation? I should compare myself to Nigel Houston.
And with me, it's like, you know, I've sort of curated most of my audience, right? Like I built this thing through YouTube, so it is my responsibility. I think it's the responsibility of everyone. You know, no one's ever going to come and save you. And the thing with these things is that the more I talk to other people, essentially the more lost I get. So first, I wanted to start off with saying, like, the reason I haven't moved forward is definitely not by a lack of trying. I think if anyone knows me, they think that's my problem, is that I actually try way too much, way too often. I'm all consumed all the time and trying to figure things out. And people are like, you never let serendipity come to play. You're just constantly trying. You're like punching the wall and grabbing ideas and creating these brands. And so, by the way, one interesting facet is...
Dude, this is like basically the equivalent of, you know, you see somebody on Instagram and they're posted on their story and you think it's a joke, but they're being serious. They'll post like a picture of a lion or something. And underneath the lion, it'll say like, the problem with being the person who's constantly worried about other people doing okay is that you never fucking have the time to check up on yourself and say, am I okay? It's like it's the same thing as like, you know, I'm like constantly building, everyone who talks to me says I'm constantly building brands and doing incredible things, you know, and that's the problem is actually that I'm building too many brands. No one fucking cares why your channel died. You're not creative when you admit you've done the same content multiple times and say, yes, Chowder Chop, yes. Yeah, I think I mean, my prognostication of this John Hill situation is that he got kind of lucky making skate content, and he's not that good at other stuff, you know? And so people don't really want to see him do other stuff. And I think that's about it.
I think I've created like 9 brands in the last maybe 2 years.
I don't think that's a good thing. I think that would be a bad thing. I think if you have to create 9 brands, that means none of them did well.
And I've tried to run a couple of them behind the scenes. None of them have worked, obviously, because I'm not putting
Okay, he knows
enough effort and time into them. So yeah,
it's crazy. He actually really reminds me of somebody that I know in real life, which is this like person who can never finish a project that they do. And it's like, I think it's actually, you're running from when you keep starting things and you won't finish them, you won't follow through. It's because you're very afraid of failing. And so you set up situations where you can justify to yourself, like, well, I am good, I'm smart, I know what I'm doing, like, I'm starting all of these projects, and then I'm one of those kids that's just like so gifted that I can't keep my mind. You know, those kids or those people that post like, shout out to all the ones that were gifted in school but just fucking burnt out because of the pressure or whatever. It's like, shut up. It's like one of those things where you don't finish a project because you're afraid that people won't like it, and then you're going to have to accept that people didn't like what you did. Instead of being like, well, I'll just move on to this next thing because I have this new idea. It's like, you got to finish your fucking food. There's actually a lot of valuable insights to be gained from this John Hill meltdown.
There are so many things that I want to do that I get interested in. So let's run through my brainstorm process. First of all, I thought with skateboarding, I'm like, okay, I should just keep making skate videos. I can do this like 1,000 trick challenge. But then I hurt my foot. So I have been injured for about 2 weeks now, and I don't think it's going to be better for another couple of weeks. So I'm like, okay, let's not bank on skating because it's such a harsh activity. Let's not really bank on my physicality as a whole because I've been working out a lot. My shoulder kind of hurts. I can't really do parkour stuff. And I'm like, So trying to figure out a career around this. I built like a website. I created 300 prints.
I mean, an easy solution already. I mean, this is John Hill's like, he obviously wants to do other stuff outside of skateboarding. He's like, I hurt my ankle, so I can't make skate content. It's like, no, you definitely could. You don't need to skate to make skateboarding videos. You can just talk about skateboarding. There's 1,000 different ways that you can discuss things that are going on, John Hill. And by the way, I would love to tune into one of those. John Hill breaks down the new Supreme video. John Hill, skate logo tier list. Anything, John. Do something. You don't need to. In fact, I think that might be a better avenue for you to reinvent yourself than doing the same skate park vlog sponsored by Squarespace that you've done 10,000 times already. It actually blows my mind that people continue to tune into. Guys, don't say hit the oil rig, John. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't tell him to do that. That's the reason for all of this mental anguish, is that very concept.
For trying to sell like inspirational posters. I've sold
No. Let me start. He literally said, I'm going to try to start a business of selling inspirational posters. Yeah, that monetize your art one, that's so funny because that is like a pyramid scheme, you know, of like artists supporting artists. It's like, monetize your art, bro, and you should buy this to support an artist if you're an artist or whatever. And it's like, shouldn't you guys be making something that people want to buy because it's good, not because there's a artist supporting artist pyramid scheme where you all think that you're like, you know, entitled to make money off of this thing, your doodles that people don't care about? How am I going to be inspired by someone who's depressed all the time? You know what's funny is that John's channel, the like amount of times
when you think of skate house,
you can see like his depression going up and down and up and down. Oh, there, he did talk about skating. Or does he just end up skating the park here?
before we get into
I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. You can't make this shit up. Like, oh, John Hill's going to do a commentary video about the dark side of Olympic skateboarding. Just bullshit clickbait title. And 0 seconds in, John Hill's skating a flat bar. And there's this flat bar. Okay. Perfect, John. Perfect. Why don't you try making the video that you're advertising? See if that helps. This made skateboarding fun again. Life without skateboarding sucks. Testing the most popular skateboard wheels. Starting my new career. How I fixed my depression. Rebuilding my life at 33 years old. How I plan on fixing my life. It's just his entire existence revolves around being depressed, fixing his depression, and skating his flat bar. It really is. It's an look at, you're not broken. A 33-year-old man. How to stop caring what people think. How did that go, John? How did that go? I mean, the cope is just crazy. 5 productivity tips for lazy people. How to stop caring. This could potentially be a new wallpaper. At the very least, that's like a sticker. How to stop caring what people think. Nobody cares more than the guy making a YouTube video about not caring. We all know that. He'd be a good kids camp canoe trip guide. You're right on the money with that. A New Hope Pandora. Joe, what's your process for learning switch tricks and more specifically switch grinds? I don't know how to do a switch grind. I have a dumb theory on eye dominance and skating switch, which might be mind fucking me. Take that shit to local Joe, man. Take that shit to Gato time.
sold 2, which is kind of cool. I could probably actually sell more if I got friends to buy them and then they give them high ratings. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I didn't sell that many, but I could have sold more if I forced my friends to buy them. I probably could have socially engineered people into dumping money into my shitty idea, but I kind of felt bad about doing that. Blah, 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 blah.
I could probably actually sell more if I got friends to buy them and then they give them high ratings. Blah, 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 because it's on Etsy. And then anime apparel. That's something that was kind of fun that I might actually get back.
Anime apparel. 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 Anime. Wake up, John! Wake up! Anime apparel. Anime apparel. What is he planning on? Is he going to replace American Apparel with anime apparel? Anime apparel. I love this guy, dude. This is why I'm addicted to John Hill. He never ceases to amaze me.
And then anime apparel. Ratings. Blah, 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 because it's on Etsy. And then anime apparel.
Anime apparel. Add that to the soundboard.
That's something that was kind of fun that I might actually get back into.
Might get back into
coffee
that.
Brand.
Anime apparel, coffee brand. I mean, what are you talking about, John? What the fuck are you actually talking about? He's just a schemer. He's a schemer who comes up with these ideas based off of like Google Trends, anime apparel, coffee brand. Do you think you're like Emma Chamberlain or something? That you can start a coffee brand just because you're a famous YouTuber? You don't have that. You don't have that type of brand reach. Anime apparel and coffee. And he was selling those are his 3 ideas so far. Anime apparel, coffee, and selling posters on Etsy. Job!
Bruh.
Job, John. Time for job, John. This is mean as fuck. This is really mean. But come on, dude. Come on. What's your job? I'm doing it right now, Dirty Salad. I'm doing it right now. And by the way, link to my merch in the description. Link to my merch. That's what I got to do after you see this big bag of shirts right here, back here? I got a bag of shirts in my room. Gotta get those delivered and shipped out myself. That's what I'll be spending the rest of my day doing. Are they anime? No, but I'm going to make more, and I'll make anime ones.
Just so many random things that don't matter.
I should put them on Etsy, actually.
To talk about, but that's how my brain works. I get really exhausted.
If I put them on Etsy, do you guys promise to buy them and give them a very high rating so that I can make a lot of money? Do you guys promise to do that, please?
With something after like 2 weeks, I realized that I've rebelled against everyone in this world.
I'm going to make anime posters and anime apparel, motivational posters and anime apparel. I have rebelled against everyone in this world. Nobody is doing what I'm doing. Wait, no, actually, I'm copying ideas that people had that would have been novel over 10 years ago.
The only person left to rebel against is myself.
I love these guys that do skate YouTube and act like, you know, they climbed Mount Everest because they built a fucking skateboarding YouTube channel with content like, you know, $5 skateboard versus $15 skateboard from Walmart. Shark wheels. My 900th skate park edit with my flat bar that I'm saying. It's like, dude, you guys like you're contributing nothing to society. You realize that, right? Like that's actually the part that should mentally fuck you up. Is that what you've built your channel off of has not really helped anybody. It's not helping anybody. It's not providing any insights. It's just like, you know, it is background noise.
And I feel like
that's obviously not fulfilling. That's why I don't get the same sense of accomplishment from doing a live stream as I do from like working on a video that takes like 2 or 3 weeks to make. You know, one is like, I think this actually, people will see this and it might change their mind about something versus me sitting here and going, John Hill is gay. Gay, 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 get a job. Gay, gay, gay. This is obviously a lot easier.
Doing that every day, I'm like, I come up with an idea and I go, dude, that's a good idea. Lean into that. Work on that. Give that time. Let it breathe. And then the next day I go, that was a stupid idea. I'm not doing that. That's a waste of my time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It was just a good idea yesterday. And I've done this every single day, just bouncing from idea to idea to idea. There was one that
that's called running. You're running, John. You're running away from failure. You're so afraid of failing. And I think this is a common YouTuber that you're so afraid of failing that you're failing.
I landed on that's sort of the combination of everything. Basically,
feel for the guy a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's getting a little real. It's getting real in this John Hill section, you know. But the thing that is still funny about it is clearly the ways in which that, you know, he's coping. where he still kind of views himself through this like lens of grandiosity, like I'm capable of such incredible things.
I probably have to start a new channel because the way YouTube works as well, with my channel, nobody who has subscribed to me wants to watch any of the videos I'm uploading now. So if they're not watching the videos, like YouTube will recommend it to a few of my subscribers. If those few aren't into it, they don't push it out to YouTube. So that's why you see so many bigger channels now starting new channels and getting more views on the new channels, because there's no one to deny the videos. So
okay, John, do it. Okay, John, do it. Do it. He not wrong? No, he's wrong. No, he doesn't have a point. Nope. No, 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 not true. Definitely not.
Reviews on the new channel.
Who starts a new channel? Who starts a new channel and uploads a video that wouldn't have gotten views on their old channel? This is like the most obvious cope ever.
Because there's no one to deny the videos. So
that doesn't even make sense.
You actually get more views.
There's no one to deny the videos?
Channels, because there's no one to deny the videos. So you actually get more views overall.
Insane.
So if I started anything new, it would need to be, on a new channel.
Okay.
I think the other part that's hard.
So John Hill thinks that his parkour videos are going to get views if he starts a new channel.
Is it feels like everything needs packaging. And I think when you're, sorry to call myself this twice already, when you consider yourself someone who's creative, it's hard to be like, oh, I got to do this one specific thing because
this is my hot take. John Hill, I personally do not view John Hill as a creative person. I think John Hill has some extraordinarily formulaic YouTube videos that you can kind of just like plug and repeat, plug and repeat, plug and repeat, plug and repeat. And I don't think that's creative. I don't think filming yourself on a tripod, 10 skate tips every beginner should know, doing these videos that read like BuzzFeed article taglines. I don't think that is creative. Testing out my first skateboard. Skating Belmont 9 stair in 2024. Like these are just like these are not creative ideas.
That's how branding works.
Most people are not creative. Most people can't come up with original concepts. That's why it's hard to make stuff. Especially in skateboarding, weirdly, I think there's like a severe lack of people, that have any original vision whatsoever. Have you ever hit him up for a convo? I don't know what for. John Hill knows that I'm like, as insane as John Hill looks in this video, like I am equally as insane when it comes to watching him. Everybody afraid to be corny, but fuck it. I think you should be afraid to be corny. I think you should. Because corny means that you're just copying other people. That's what corny means, that you're unoriginal. So I think you should be afraid to be corny. What you shouldn't be afraid to do is make a video because you have an idea to make a video.
The guy who does that. Like, that's literally what every single marketer will tell you about building a brand. Like, I'm the skater. Boom. I'm the skater who vlogs. Like, that was like my thing. And now I'm like, okay, no, I'm like the person who does 50 different things, and I like doing all of them. So why can't I just be that person?
Okay, so I think the reason, John, that you're the person who does 50 different things is because you don't want to do the thing that made you popular anymore. And like, that's okay, but you're like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's failing at 50 different things is not going to be a rewarding identity, obviously.
And there's probably a world in which it works, but trying to organize, okay, I want to explore Korean culture. I want to explore Japanese culture. I want to design anime apparel. I want to skate. I want to do fitness. I want to build fitness apparel, all these things.
You don't know any of stuff about any of that. Like, there's just basic things where, you know, what it, like, clearly this is I think a manifestation of his mental illness, but it's like, if you think of this like a practical approach, what makes you think that people would tune into that? You know, it's people's entire jobs just to do one of those things. Like, and I get if you're burnt out on like making skate videos, that's understandable, and you don't know exactly how to reinvent yourself. You clearly have been out of ideas for a long time. But, like, that doesn't mean you can become an expert in Japanese and Korean culture and build a fucking fitness apparel brand at the same time. Like, all of those things are one person's job. Like, you are not some sort of mastermind that's going to be able to juggle all of these things. Like, it's just fucking ludicrous. Like, John Hill thinks he can run a workout apparel brand? Like, how? Fair point, show, but you'd be a lot more convincing if you were rambling on the street on a old cold winter night wearing a skinned Dalmatian.
Bruh.
Thank you, Omelet. Next time, I will prepare my scene more effectively. Instead, as usual, I'm broadcasting to you from heaven.
That's 5 things. I don't know how to categorize that into one thing.
John, you're like, you're living in a fucking fantasy, buddy. You're living in a fantasy. To give people a reason to watch anything that you're doing, you've got to be able to provide some insight and some knowledge and some expertise that is more or less unique to you, you know, and something that you can't find. That's why in skateboarding, it's easier to build a YouTube channel than a lot of other areas, because there's not a lot of people who know what they're talking about that are willing to get on camera and risk like kooking themselves. Because it's like, you know, and that's why, because there is a lack, there is, you know, people want to watch stuff about skateboarding, but it's hard to come up with ideas, I think, for a lot of people about stuff to talk about in skateboarding. There's like a market there that not a lot of people fill. Like, John, what do you think is going to be easier to get people's attention with? Making skate videos or starting a workout apparel company? Like, you're nobody in the world of working out, man. You're like, you're in decent shape. You're in decent shape, but it's like you're competing with dudes like Sam Sulik. It's not happening. Gymshark, Will Tennyson, you know, Cali Muscle. These are the guys that own that space. What on earth makes you think? I know Cali Muscle's like a hilarious name to drop. I dropped that name because I saw him at this is Cali Muscle, if you don't know. I saw this guy at the supermarket like 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure he got surgery on his eyeballs to change his eye color. But yeah, I saw this dude. He was looking freaky, man. You think you could sell more t-shirts than this guy, John? I don't think so. I'm buying a t-shirt from Cali Muscle. Merch. Cali Muscle Heart Attack. Gym time. Gym time. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Wow. How did he come up with this? The hyphy hats are pretty nice. This looks like Luke Blovad gear. Wow, this stuff looks so bad. Okay.
And like, that's the tough part, is whatever I choose, if I want to be successful in it, has to be all consuming. So I have to give it all of my time and effort. And I'm like, okay, which one can I do? Because I don't want to neglect this one thing that I like to do for the rest of my life. Like, because it's going to take hours.
Here's the other thing, dude. I think John doesn't understand, like, you can have interests outside of the thing that you're professionally involved in. Like, you don't just because you are interested in Japanese and Korean culture and anime, like, that doesn't mean that you have to start uploading YouTube videos about it. Like, normal people that have jobs, they just watch anime on the side and they talk to their anime friends about anime. They don't all launch YouTube videos and be like, I have to monetize my interest. You don't have to monetize every single interest that you have.
Hours. Like, it takes all, like, this YouTube channel, I woke up and instantly started editing, and then I would start filming, and then I would start writing, and then I would start coming up with ideas, and everything I did in my day was to benefit this channel. And then I would stay up really late, and people would make fun of me because I would literally be talking on the camera at the end of the day, and there'd be drool coming out of my face. Like, I'd be like going like that because I kept accidentally drooling. That's how tired I was. But that is the hustle that made this possible. And as for work, by the way, I'm actually getting paid to make this channel for the next year. So I have a job. Like, I'm fully making an income from this channel. But I don't know what happened. It's like the amount of guck around me and the channel is just so intense now that I don't know how to even explain what that is, because it's such a nuanced, weird idea that 99.999% of people can't relate to, especially me. Like, if I were to talk to my...
What? Wait, what? What is he talking about here?
That I don't know how to even explain what that is, because it's such a nuanced, weird idea that 99.999% of people can't relate to, especially me. Like, if I were to talk to myself before doing YouTube, I'd be like, it's kind of like when you tell people, oh, I've been getting a lot of hate online. If you tell old...
I'm sorry, is he saying that running a YouTube channel is something so complicated that 99.9% of people wouldn't understand it? Is that what he's saying? Because that's not true. Has he been outside? Dude, I've been to skate parks. Like, being a YouTuber, like the last 2 days at skate parks trying this trick. You know how many little kids come up to me and go, are you a YouTuber? Because they see I've got a, like, it's a normal, well-accepted, you're not some sort of outlandish freak because you have a YouTube channel. It is a well-established and understood job. Like, people know what it is to be a YouTuber, man. It's not like, you know, it's not like we're in 2010 or something, you know, around the time that the YouTube partner program was even invented, and people are like, you make money doing what? Google owns YouTube. You work for the oligarchy. Same as me. This ain't counterculture, bro.
Older people they'll just say, who cares? Just get over it. But I'm like, I know you have had someone insult you in person or online or somewhere or on a review. I don't know.
I thought he solved this already. I thought he solved this right here. Are you telling me this video was untrue, John? Are you telling me that you are not the first person in recorded history that has mastered the art of stoicism? Are you telling me this is a fake smile? This is literally the crying Wojak meme? Classic situation. Classic situation.
And you freaked the fudge out. Like, you freaked out. Imagine that times 1,000. So I've always realized how weird it was that people, like, you know, they'll have arguments, and when they feel like somebody is questioning them, they'll get really intense, like politics.
Here's the thing, too. I think when you're, like, in this YouTuber freak out, like, what do I do next? What do I do next? Like, the worst thing that I think you can do for yourself is, like, be dishonest. With not only with your audience, but definitely with yourself, you know, because it's going to be an infinitely more you're going to be an infinitely more interesting person, I think, to watch on camera if you're just honest about what's going on. You know, if you because that's what people, in my experience anyway, that's what people want on YouTube. And like, it feels like it's a risk. It feels like it's more vulnerable. You know, and you're opening yourself up to getting shit on. But it's like, that is so much better an alternate, like, than to become what John has become. How to stop caring what people think. It's like, dude, this is the opposite of the video that you should be making. And even in this video, my channel's dead. Now what? It's like, this guy is so far from, like, any kind of answer or resolution. Like, because he's just invented all of these different excuses and reasons, because he's such, like, in his head, he's like, I'm too fantastical to succeed. I have too many things that I want to do, and I can't focus on one of them to succeed. It's like, you're still coping. You're still running John Drill. Oh man. John on the oil rig, call him John Drill.
This is a good example. Like, how many people have probably had a conversation with someone who was like Democratic and they're Republican, and they got really heated because the person had an opposing opinion? I mean, that's one person. Like, imagine thousands of people doing that to you for 10 years. Like, it stacks up, I promise. But people
Oh, it stacks up, all right. It stacks up. Clearly has not had any consequences. He's got to hang out with Josh Katz, man. I said this a couple days ago, but Josh Katz, man, I met him at Slow Impact. He has the most calm, like, demeanor, most relaxed demeanor. The guy did mushrooms in the perfect dose. That's my impression of Josh Katz. He perfectly dosed himself into a state of uncaring bliss. And I'm not saying he's not like fried. So I'm saying he clearly, I think, I could be completely wrong, but it seems like he had some sort of spiritual awakening that, like, where you zoom out and you see yourself as just this ant milling around on Earth. And he had an experience that puts things into perspective. John Hill is like the opposite of that, where he's viewing himself like through a microscope, you know, and he is the only thing. He doesn't see himself in the context of the entire world. It's all about him. It's only about him.
people doing that to you for 10 years. Like, it stacks up, I promise. But people can't really empathize or relate to that. So they'll just be like, and then people will be offended by me saying what I just said. And I'm like, there you go. You're offended by me just saying that I get offended. You know what I mean?
The reason that people would get offended by you saying that you're offended, John, is because it's clear that John no longer views his position as a privilege. It's clear that John no longer views YouTube and self-employment as something that people strive for. And, you know, obviously when you do something for X amount of time to people that aren't involved in it, they're not going to get the full picture of how it maybe can be stressful. But it's like, John, you having the ability to create whatever video you want, you having the ability to post for an audience of people that are willing to show up and watch you, like, that is such an incredible opportunity that virtually, you know, that so few people get. More people get that now than they used to. But it's like, you have resent for this, for this position, it seems like, because it's been so long since you've worked a regular job. Like, the true like sheer scope of misery, clocking in every single day and having no control, you know, if you're working a job that you really hate, like, you're not in that situation. It seems like you're sort of in a bit of a different situation, like, that seems now similar, but it seems similar because it's a mindset problem. You got it. You can create a new opportunity for yourself, John. You can create new ideas. And instead, all you're doing is creating excuses. And that's why you're upset, is because you're creating excuses for yourself. The only person who's in control over your destiny is you, John. You have a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers, and you're talking about how nobody will click on your stuff because of something to do with you. It's YouTube's fault because when I do stuff, it's not the right. So actually, if I started a second YouTube channel, it'll work better. It's like, no. You just need to make a good video.
I mean, it's like, I don't know, not to get into politics, but I just find it so funny because people will be like, these snowflakes. I'm like, you're the one who's mad. They're mad. Everyone's mad. This is a silly ass world. I find it so silly, by the way. All of this world, blah, blah, blah. Which is probably part of my problem, because I'm like, wait, I got to work to contribute to this silly ass world?
Yeah, everyone does, John. Everybody does. And you have the ability to talk and do whatever the fuck it is that you want. Most people don't have that privilege. Most people aren't able to do that. But instead, you're just like sitting around mourning your own existence because you hang out by yourself all the time. You're too isolated, John. You got to go touch grass and, like, you know, make some friends, man. That's your problem, is you have like no perspective on stuff, because I don't think he has any social life at all. I think that he's just like regressed further and further and further into this YouTuber hole where he keeps recycling ideas, scrutinizing over comments, you know, and not hanging out with anybody. So his reality is just this horrible thing that probably includes only his phone and YouTube comments.
Or a bunch of people are just being goofballs, and I'm online as well, though. So
totally needs to get drunk with the boys.
Of reality when I'm just online.
There you go. Exactly what I just said.
Because all my relationships in real life are awesome. This has been kind of cool in this quaint town. But also, like, I am in the position where I'm like, I'm bored. I'm bored of America. Super bored of America. I'm sorry. I just am. I'm like, I did New York. I did LA. I did Texas. I've done South Carolina. I did Cincinnati. I'm like, let's go do something. But then it's just like, you know, it's me and my family now. I have a responsibility, and I am working, by the way. Like, I have a job. It's just I'm trying to find the thing that crushes, like the big thing that I can work on next. The way I worked on my YouTube channel, that's the way I want to work on something else. I just can't find what that is, and I don't know how to recreate sort of that intensity and work.
I actually think it would be a really good motivator to just get a regular job. And then be like, oh shit, I can think of, because you have a bunch of ideas when you're trapped in job prison.
Because it gave me like a really strong purpose, and now I'm sort of swimming around without a purpose. And it's funny because in my last video too, I was like, I'm feeling kind of lost. And then the top comment was like, you seem kind of lost. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. It's just such a silly, I'm like, yeah, that's the point of this video, by the way. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I think right now, what I'm really looking at, see, this is the thing. I don't.
It's funny hearing him talk and like claiming kind of that he earlier on in the video that he has like all these answers and explanations for why things are the way that they are. And then like kind of at this point tapping out and being like, I'm completely lost. It's like, I think if you let go of that, John, and you just let yourself be lost, maybe then you'll be able to find yourself, my friend.
I don't want to say anything because it's dumb, but it's just like, it's like authenticity. Like if I can find something that feels weird and creative, but at the same time has some logic built around it, like maybe that's the answer. You know, the answer is like finding your weird thing within the thing. And I hate that it's such a discussion. I mean, the internet is a scam. 99% of people are lying to you about everything. Like, I made this much money doing this. It's like fully lying. And then they're just like I heard one dude who was like, this is how I made $100 million last year. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you would be on every news channel. You would be talked about by like, if you made, you know, whatever. Maybe not, but they're all lies.
He's just crumbling right now before our very eyes. It's like, you guys ever go online and you see a guy that said he made $100 million, and I'm like, I don't believe that for a second. The whole world is fake.
They get you to buy courses, and even I bought courses like an idiot.
Bruh.
No. No. That's been the most painful part of this video. John Hill course purchaser. Oof. Esquire.
They're all lies, and they get you to buy courses, and even I bought courses like an idiot. And I feel really bad afterwards. I'm like, I spent like $1,000 on a course one time, and I was
oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Whoa. Why? Yeah. Why would he post this? Holy shit. Was he buying Andrew Tate courses? What is it? Hustlers University? No, you spent $1,000 on a course, John?
Courses like an idiot. And I feel really bad after.
Wow, so he has firsthand knowledge of when he sees these guys like, I made $100 million. No, you didn't. So yeah, you know from the inside, huh?
I'm like, I spent like $1,000 on a course one time, and I was just like, what have I done? I just got scammed. And then I couldn't get a refund, obviously. And I'm just like, oh my God. They're like,
what does this have to do with anything, John? What does this have to do with anything? What the fuck?
They reap on your desperation, and you can tell, like, even in this moment with me right now, I'm like, there are moments when I feel slightly desperate. So
Poor guy. That's actually sad.
anyways, I'm out walking right now because we just got done. I got done with my baby shift. It's Sunday, so tomorrow we have a babysitter and I have time to move around and relax. But yeah, I've been waking up in the morning at like 5 a.m. Get straight to trying to figure this out. Like,
dude, you like straight up, you know, I'm terrified of drugs, but this is the time to do drugs. He's clearly so like trapped inside of his own mind. Like the lack of perspective that he has to be like married to a rich tech YouTube girl, to have a child, to have your own YouTube channel, to have the freedom and the flexibility to, you know, do almost whatever he wants. And he's like in a state of misery. And I get, you know, suffering is relative. People have their own problems, but it's like, you know, people would kill to be in John Hill's position. Like murder. Your life is so much better. You know, if you look at the entirety of human recorded history and you put yourself in the context of that, John, that's got to give you some perspective, man. Like, do shrooms, do ayahuasca, do heroin, do meth, do anything, man, that's going to change your frame of mind. Because I see this. I don't know if John Hill is fully sober, but I see this with sober people where you can kind of just tell. And I'm not advocating if you're sober, break your sobriety or whatever, because people are sober for all kinds of reasons. And I think it's true. There are certain things that you lose, like drugs are drugs, and there's pros and cons, but there are certain things that you lose and you miss out on when you don't do drugs. So you don't do alcohol, you don't do weed, you don't do whatever. And that's just like a break from your own consciousness and your own perception. Like sometimes you just get fucked up and you're like, wow, who cares about that thing that I was worried about? And it just helps you not take yourself and take everything so fucking seriously. It does for me anyway. Like sometimes I'll see like a sober friend that I have, and it's clear they're like stressed about the same thing that they've been stressing about for a long ass time. And, you know, occasionally I've thought to myself, like, this is like a perspective. This is a matter of perspective. Like this person needs an opportunity to break out of their own mind a little bit and just get a different angle on it. Could go the other way, to be frank. It could, yeah. I mean, it's drugs. You never know what's going to happen. Some people do drugs, they go fucking bananas. So, but I'm just saying for John, it's like he needs some way of not victimizing himself, you know? He needs an avenue, a path.
I'm like, I've seen in movies where the husband lies about going to work and he's actually in his car because he quit. And he's sitting in his car all day trying to figure out what to do. Oh my God, how am I going to feed my... Like, I feel like that. Like I wake up, like as soon as I wake up at like 4 or 5, I'm on my computer trying to figure out what to do for work. Like, even though I have a job, I'm still like, what's the bigger thing? What's the bigger picture? Because my wife does so well financially, career-wise, that I'm like, how do I like catch up to her, what she's doing, which is not really fair to do or think, but I'm just like so desperate. And that's part of the problem. Like, I know, everyone knows that the way I'm treating all of this is the problem.
I feel like even if there was somebody that like, you know, that you had a perfect plan written out for John Hill, like he's one of those people I don't think he cannot, I don't think he can be helped. It seems like he's beyond helping. Are you literally like perfect itemized list of everything that he needs to do? Like 100% guaranteed this will work, and I don't think that he would do it.
I don't know. Anyways, so I'm going to try to find a fun, healthy combination of all the things I like. Like, honestly, I'm like, okay, well, if I like skateboarding, fitness, designing anime apparel, I think I'm going to actually try to send an application to Crunchyroll for designing merchandise, because I really like designing anime merchandise. I'm literally going to do that, and who knows what they'll say. but I'll figure that out first, and then
That's a good idea, John. That's a good idea.
that'd be cool. I guess I can just do that, but I can do like 3 designs in a day, so that won't be full time either. So I'll still have all this time, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I might lean into like trying to combine literally all the things, because like when I really think about the YouTube thing, I think the greatest part was obviously collaborating with Andy Schrock and the rest of Braille. And man, I had someone stop me today too and be like, oh my God, I watched all of Aaron's videos and your videos and you were in them and can't wait to see your next Warehouse Wednesday. I'm like, I can't remember the last time I did that, which is like a series on Andy Schrock's channel, who's like another skateboard YouTuber. But yeah, like Revive going under, and it's just like, and what, everything going on with Braille, it's just like, oh my God, it's just like crazy, the collapse, and then my channel dying as well, obviously. So I'm like, none of it lasted. Like this whole big fun thing we created that was really cool. And I'm not a nostalgic, I try not to be a nostalgic person and reminisce or anything like that, but I looked at the old video the other day and I'm like, damn, what a fun day. Like I remember that day really well, and it was like 9 years ago when I was just starting my channel, and like the comments were so positive. It was like the video didn't do very well, but it had like 530,000 or 530 comments, which is a lot for the ratio. And they were also like, dude, you're like so positive. And everyone I meet now, they're just like, oh my God, I used to love your, obviously it's the same meme that every YouTuber talks about, where people are like, I used to watch your videos, and you're like, true. But I don't blame anyone for watching them now, because they're terrible. Like even this.
Dude, this is crazy. It's just non-stop machine gun.
You're like, true. But I don't blame anyone for watching them now, because they're terrible. Like even this video is awful. But
this is his best video in a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a healthy combination of it, and then ideally collaborate with people again. I just want a community again, and it's like the skateboard community doesn't exist. So there's like a fitness community, there's an anime community. I like all of them. Like I'm like,
that's just not true. The skateboard community doesn't exist. Like just because the community does not embrace you, John, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Obviously there is one. There's 600 people in here right now watching a live stream on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. There's plenty of people that want to watch skateboarding shit.
Like I get inspired by, I watch fitness channels, and I'm like, like Chris Heria, everybody loves him, and I'm just like, I want to hang out with this dude. And then I'll watch Trash Taste, and they're all like anime nerds. I'm like, I want to hang out with these guys. Like, it's weird. I'm so desperate to like build a friendship with just new categories, because
sociopathic sentence. Build a friendship with new categories. I think you meant to say people, John.
It's weird. I'm so desperate to like build a friendship with just new categories.
Yeah, Chris Haria, he is the worst. John Hill would watch that guy. Chris Haria, is that how you say it? Haria? Yeah, this dude.
So you want to unlock superhuman pushing strength? Well, that's all going to depend on what exercises you do.
Look at this fool's tats.
You want to unlock
Albert Einstein on the bicep. I mean, what? What could you possibly have to do with Albert Einstein, man? John Hill's watching this dude like, this guy fucking rules. This guy's a rock star. Just getting tats to get tats.
superhuman pushing strength? Well, that's all going to depend on what exercises you do, or rather, what exercises you don't do. If superhuman strength means being able to easily rep your entire body weight,
like me,
then you need to develop the ability to push from your waistline. Your center of gravity.
This guy does a lot of pushing from his waistline.
Because before Sarah, my wife, I never had friends who didn't skate. So now I'm just like really interested in the exploration of humans, and I'm like, I want
buttholes. That's what he's talking about.
to meet the ones who are running the game in different industries. And
John, stop being a fucking weirdo, man. Just make friends. Why do you think you need to like meet people that are, why do you want to social climb? Such a bizarre fucking view of the world. This is why you're unhappy, man. She's like, I want to meet people. But it's like, I think he's also like saying this because he's thinking like, if I'm going to make a friend, I need to be able to gain some sort of leverage out of it, because he does think he needs to like monetize every single aspect of his life. You don't need to like only make friends with people that like do YouTube, man. Like there are other individuals in the world that have insight and value, you know, and friendship to offer you that don't have like YouTube channels or aren't captains of industry. And here's the other thing, John, that you need to consider. Why the fuck would these people want to talk to you? You think about that? Why would they want to speak to you? You know? It's just very weird even to be openly talking about these sorts of things.
No, maybe that's a podcast or something. But yeah, I'm in different industries, and who knows? Maybe that's a podcast or something. But
are you guys understanding the scope of insanity of what this guy just said? I want to meet new people that are like top of their industries, and maybe we can start a podcast or something. What? Absolutely crazy. His mind is completely corrupted.
the exploration of humans, and I'm like, I want to meet the ones who are running the game in different industries, and who knows, maybe that's a podcast or something. But yeah.
I'm unreal. You can't. There's nothing you can tell this guy, dude.
Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. That's my little update. I can upload anything to this channel now, and it's gonna do better than my last video. I can literally be like fart, poo, poo, pee, 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 pee. And do just like, I was like talking to Sarah, because like I have to, my career is Squarespace, essentially. They're sponsoring videos, and that's what's holding me over for the whole year, which that's nice of them, because my channel was pretty much dead in December. I don't know why they re-signed to me.
They probably didn't check.
And they offered more money, which is, I have no idea why. But I was like, what if I just do like 6 montages of Squarespace ad reads, and like that's my whole video?
That would be funny, John. That would be a boom video. That would be a W vid. That would be hilarious. If John just did 6 Squarespace ad reads. John, you should. This is the thing. Instead of running from this insanity, John, you should embrace it and just start. This is why this is a good video, is because he's just posting like a psycho on main.
And like, I wonder if they would even notice or care or whatever, but it's just so, I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Just like start writing for Squarespace so hard. Like, thank you, Squarespace. Squarespace has given me everything. I pledge allegiance to Squarespace. Through thick and thin, I love Squarespace. John Hill's new personality.
Figure it out. I think a lot of people, especially when you hit like 33, it's like a big magical number where a lot of people really try to figure it out. You know, they have a...
I pray to God. Oh, man, I so wish there was a Squarespace ad in this. Can you imagine if that would be the best joke ever if he put a Squarespace ad in the middle of his mental breakdown? Oh my God, I would be all over that.
Career that goes, you find some success, and then it's just like, just doesn't work. I mean, sometimes you build a trap for yourself where you're stuck not being creative because the algorithm has this really specific system. Hey, if your immediate audience doesn't like this, we're no longer going to recommend it.
John, just do it, man. Just do it. Like, listen, man. I get it's scary. You know, you think I wasn't afraid to upload a Deshaun Jordan album review, John Hill? You think I wasn't afraid? You think I thought that was going to get a 300,000 views? No, John. I did it because I believed. I believed in my vision. I believed in my vision. Like, the people, my true fans will understand the meaning of this. And it flopped 50,000 views for my Deshaun Jordan album review. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Oh, should I ask him to be in YSL? Did you imagine the vibes? That's the thing. I thought it was a funny ass video, and it had some good, some way different editing than usual. So I posted it. And, you know, that's that. I believed in myself. I'm not going to blame the algorithm, John. I'm not going to blame the algorithm.
past, it would be like, I don't know how it works.
You got to blame your viewers, obviously. That's what you're supposed to do. You blame your stupid viewers for not understanding your new complex videos. That's what you do. Blame your audience. Don't blame the algorithm. Get John Hill and YSL. 17 min John Hill video. You're so into this guy, it's clear you are in love with him. Has it ever been a question? Have I ever tried to deny my John Hill obsession? Have I been anything but upfront about my complete psychopathic John Hill addiction? What is this stream called? What's this stream called? Can anyone tell me what the stream is called? I believe it's called My Strange John Hill Addiction. I believe that's the title of the stream. I don't think, unless I got it tattooed on my face, unless I got John Hill. Oh, that would be sick, right? John on the left fist, and then Hill on the right fist. Boom! John Hill, baby. Dude, that would be such a sick Toy Machine spoof graphic. God damn. Someone send that to I know, except Toy Machine does like a long. Yeah, they do like a long one, which is funny. But if you could just do a John Hill, I mean, that would be such a sick pro board. Or even merch. Maybe I should just steal John Hill's name and make that merch.
In the past, but they
Joe, do something special with John if you bring him on YSL therapist session or something in between runs. No, I'll just make him a judge. He's going to have to wear the hat, though.
even if your video didn't do super well with your immediate people, it could blow up. It could go out. And they would recommend it, but now that's just not the case. So it's like, once you have a lot of...
I forgot I put this guy in YSL too. I couldn't possibly be more obsessed with him.
I've seen this with seriously so many channels now. You're basically tracking it to start over. So it's a weird thing where you can start a new channel and get more views because subscribers now works against you. Strange. Anyways.
Amazing cope. Subscribers work against you. No, John, you're just sad that you have 2 million subs and no views. That's all this is.
But it gives you credibility. So if you want to collaborate with others and you're like, I have 1 million subscribers, that works a lot better. No, it doesn't actually. If you get more views.
What are the boys up to? See, that's I had this thought the other day. The boys skate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, skate con. Oh, they're still going. The boys seek enlightenment. Their views aren't that bad. Wow, this had 589K. Remember when Nigel was in my Instagram DMs threatening me? I don't do that internet shit or something. He said, I don't play that internet shit. Like, okay, buddy, sure.
I'm gonna stop babbling.
Okay, Braille guy doesn't play that internet shit.
This is what my brain's been going through.
Yeah, that
thinking
rigmarole.
a lot, and yeah, I'll probably chime in and just say whatever I'm interested in. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk around right now and try to clear my head because I don't know. I think I'm trying way too hard. I'm like so intense about all this stuff, and I've never, ever, ever been casual. And I remember the first time I got drunk, like the two people I was with, I was like, I just gotta chill out, huh? They're like, yes, dude, fuck yeah, chill out, calm down. I was like,
you should get drunk more.
Yeah, you're right, because I've always been so like, even skating.
See? That's exactly what I was talking about. That's why you should do drugs, guys.
In Colombia, I literally was like, I got the generator, I got the lights, we're gonna go skate all day, and then at night we're gonna go home, eat dinner, and we're gonna go skate again. And they're like, oh God. Like my friends thought I was like, I don't know, like probably consistently just doing Adderall. Like I was just always like, Argh! And then it worked out. Like it made my Adderall. Like I was just always like, Argh! And then it worked out.
He's so manic right now.
Adderall. Like I was just always like, "Argh!" And then it worked out.
It worked out. Everything's fine. You guys see how good everything is? It worked out. Everything's perfect.
Like it made my life what it is.
I wouldn't change a thing.
So when you're like on that Adderall crazy, I gotta do something, and there's just no real purpose to do. Oh man, it can be like hard. It can be really difficult to deal with. My energy is being displaced. I'm just going to the gym. I'm just like beating out my energy on a machine, you know, on pull-ups. And one of my goals is to get kind of like shredded. I want to look like really good with a shirt off by the time summer comes. So I'm like filming skate clips or any clips. It's like, shit, John, you got a body now. That's kind of the big goal. So it's cool that I get to work.
God, dude. So good. Yeah, I might have to get ripped. That'll probably fix stuff.
On that in the meanwhile, like I have a goal to accomplish, and the 1,000 tricks in skateboarding. I still want to do that, but it's not going to take long. It's going to take like 10 more sessions, and I'll probably have literally like 1,000 skate tricks done, which is cool. But besides that, like what? I mean, all that takes, it's not, I don't know. I'll figure it out. And I'll let you know. And yeah, I want to let you know when I figure it out, not when I'm like planning on doing something.
I thought you figured it out already, John. Don't make me go back to your YouTube channel. What is it? How I plan on fixing my life. How I fixed my depression. Okay. I just went on YouTube and claimed I did.
Thanks so much. Take care. Progress daily. And keep killing it.
Oh, that is just the perfect bow on it, isn't it? Progress daily and keep killing it. Ooh, and you wonder how he ended up in this situation. Now to the comments, everyone, to the comments. I can totally see you making content about all the things you talked about in this video, and you should, John. Even if it's just short about anime reviews, kind of like how you did with your brother back then, or drawing videos, or building things. Okay. Bad. John, your progress daily. Super simple, brother. Whatever you're working at, you're making progress daily. You got this. Okay. I wonder if he deleted a lot of stuff. Or he deleted comments. Because I remember there were some comments kind of grilling his ass. I think he deleted them. Do you think maybe you have ADHD? That's definitely it. That explains the psychopathy. Oh my God. IMO, the reason there isn't a skateboarding community anymore, at least on the decline, because skateboarding isn't about talent of it anymore. It's about generating the most clicks. Everyone loves this guy, but he's not even close to being a professional skateboard talent, and that's Andy Anderson. Wow, here we go. Well, he seems like a cool, fun dude. He's a perfect example. People compare him to Rodney Mullen. What are you talking about? It's about generating clicks which erodes any kind of community. Yeah, I think he deleted all the negative comments. I don't know. Skateboarding is just shit sucking right now. Oh, fuck. And that's fine. Oh, here we go. The top comments. I feel like at some point your personality grew out of skateboarder YouTube. I feel like you could easily start doing vlogs instead that are 20 minutes. And while skating may be involved in your life, it could be in the video. The video isn't about your skating. The video is about your life, showing the behind the scenes of working on projects. Oh my God, because the only reason people were here in the first place was for your personality. Not trying to sound rude, but there are videos of skateboarding doing just as hard tricks with no commentary and just a beat playing. So it would say play to your personality in life. I mean, does John Hill really have like some kind of incredible personality? There's a lot of people telling him the opposite of what he needs to hear. Oh, here we go. John, bro, it's all love, but you're a grown man with a family. I've seen you make maybe 4 videos saying you're done skating and with skate content, and then you go back to try new things. But when it doesn't yield results right away, it feels like you bail and go back to skate videos. I think you've been used to being a good skateboarder for so long. It's warped your perception of progression. I remember the art channel. It takes years to become. Here we go. This guy's finally someone saying something with some. And it's funny, John Hill doesn't leave a heart on this comment because it's not just immediately stroking his ego. Oh, you made it. That's beautiful, man. That's gorgeous. Love that, man. Really fantastic work. Truly. You whipped that up in no time. That's great. That might be the new wallpaper. Love it. Love it. Okay. Hang on one second. Let me finish reading this because this guy was cooking John's ass. It takes years to become a professional artist, speaking as one, and unlike even the hardest tricks I've seen you land, it'll take more than a couple sessions and obsessions. I loved your channel for you, your quirky, positive personality and charisma. I think me and many others probably got sick of the constant soul searching. Some things can be figured out not on camera. End of the day, your job is a privilege, and you've been lucky to have it support you and your lifestyle for so long. Hope this doesn't come off as hate. Dude, you don't need to fucking pad this, man. But your job is content. If it's not working out anymore, get a different job. Good things end and great things take time. Very truly stated. Factually written. D-Lurk. Or what is this guy's name? Very true. I mean, that's a great point about John just having no patience. I personally don't believe in John Hill's ability to create an art career for himself. But it is straight. He like thinks that it's all going to happen right away. You got to work at it. It's true. So a lot of good, this John Hill fiasco really does have, it's like a biblical tale. There are a lot of themes and valuable meanings to be unearthed, unpacked, and analyzed. I think people will go on for a long time and study the career trajectory of John Hill. Instant gratification minded. Thank you for this video. Everything you said is so relatable. Okay. Everyone talking about how John Hill is relatable. Interesting. I guess he is a little relatable. We all go crazy sometimes. Oh, your channel isn't dead. Skateboarding is dead. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. I think that's enough. Oh, TBH, this sounds like when someone is looking for a startup idea because he simply wants to have a startup rather than someone who does it because he has a great idea.
Bruh.
True. Too true. There are so many ideas, people, out there. So many ideas, individuals. Yo, bro, I have this crazy idea. Do it then. But John, I mean, he doesn't have any ideas. And I guess that's the problem. All right. Good luck, John, man. Good luck. Truly, good luck to you, my friend. Let's see. Let's download this. Okay, and let's set as desktop background. There it is. Exalt, our new wallpaper, guys. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Too white? You think I should change the backdrop? We can fix that later. For now, it's good. Joe, post this on the Clips channel? Dude, no way. There's no way. I don't need to. I can just post a Johnny Geiger reaction. Nothing will be solved from me, you know, documenting John Hill's mental anguish. That would just be rude and mean. John was definitely a gifted student in school, indeed. I already watched the John D'Lo part, Temple Run, and it was the same as everything else that Jacuzzi does. Depressing. Joe's scared of John Hill. You don't think I could take John? You think John Hill would beat me up? I think John Hill probably is stronger than me, but I think that I think I have more tenacity and willpower than John. I think that while he may have more developed and refined techniques and more strength, I think that I will mentally overwhelm him. I think I have what it takes to psychologically dismantle and destroy him mid-fight. I'm definitely winning the trash talking between me and John. I'm taking him out before we even step into the ring. Oh. All right. Well, almost a 3-hour stream, guys. Let's see. Almost 3 hours. Let's see what Garrett Jenner just sent me. That was terrible. What happened to you in your earlier streams? You were much meaner. Was I not mean enough to John Hill, Berg Format? Should I have been meaner to John? Was I too kind to John Hill? I think Berg Format, you just gets to a point where you got to ask yourself, you know, is what I am doing productive? You know, I'm just trying to be honest. You know, in some streams, I'll probably come across meaner, but in other streams, I might come across as less mean. It just depends on my mood and what it is that I'm looking at.